but AI is inherently hungry for data, personal information included. So we need to be thinking about how we're managing both AI vendor risk and also AI-oriented privacy risk in this new landscape. So a couple of things that organizations can think about doing. The way that I always like to break this down is that AI has different risks based on whether it's AI that you build or AI that you buy. So an organization that is building its own models, and candidly, there's not as many of them right now as there are ones that are just procuring AI services into the business. You're going to have a little bit more control over what's going into the model. There's going to be control over who's accessing it, where we're providing it. That control obviously diminishes as soon as we are procuring AI services from third parties. And a major area of risk right now are incumbent vendors just adding AI solutions into their existing products. So I'm hearing that from a lot of CISOs and DPOs at the moment, where they have real concerns that even vendors that they had deemed as lower risk when they were onboarded, by virtue of them now embedding new AI-led capabilities into their products, maybe without announcing it or triggering some type of reassessment, that's going to create a substantial risk factor for the organization. So one of the things we want to be looking at doing here is embedding these AI-oriented questions into both privacy and vendor risk assessment processes. The reason for this is that the AI risk is highly contextual. It's really based upon the model that's being used, not even so much the product that's being used. That the model is really what we need to understand. And the most effective way to look at that is to then understand how it's being used in a specific product or service. So that's going to require kind of wide-ranging impact to the way that the organization manages and defines risk, as well as how we're inventorying all of these different records. So inventorying is also a really critical point here. So we want to be inventorying our models to understand, that do we have data that's moving into sanctioned or unsanctioned third-party models. So understanding the models that we're using and understanding the data that they're consuming is a really good starting point. And again, it's not enough to just say, this is the product that I'm procuring from that particular supplier. If the supplier is providing a product and that product contains AI, we need to understand, what is the AI model? Where is it hosted? How is it governed? Do we understand impact on transparency, on bias, for example? So we need to get right down to the model level and also understand what specific data points we're providing to that model in order to have an effective view of risk.